Previously on Central Park West.
Today, we really have to focus on the article.
I am. Right now, I'm at the Giants game.
And go into overtime?
We can talk in the morning.
Tell me, before you slept with Nikki Sheridan, did you tell her you loved her too? God, what a jerk I was, thinking we actually had something special.
Linda, it seems we have the same taste in clothes.
In clothes and in men. Stay away from my husband and my son.
A check?
That should cover your next 6 months' rent.
You want me to give you evidence against him?
A rather crude but accurate way of putting it.
Is that all this was between us, huh? Just another one of your games?
Well, whatever it was, it's over.
Carrie? Carrie, come on, open up! Carrie!
Sweetheart, what's a big deal? Everybody rewrites.
I know, but your notes are so extensive, I may as well just start from scratch.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it needs help.
Yeah, I just wonder if you're holding me to a higher standard because I'm your husband.
Maybe. And the better your article is, the better off we both look. I want people to say that I gave you the assignment because you're good, which you are.
Well, you wouldn't know from this now, would you?
Mark, you're not making this very easy for me.
Excuse me, Steph, for investing my ego in my work.
If you ask me, Carrie is the real culprit here.
Carrie has nothing to do with this.
She's your editor. And for all the hours you've been putting in with her, obviously she hasn't been very much help.
Fine. Tell me what you want me to do. I'll do it.
Look, I can't go into everything now. Meet me at the office after class, okay?
Hey, you're the boss.
See you this afternoon.
This is Carrie. Who are you?
Carrie, it's me. I need to see you today, all right? I'll be at your office this afternoon.
Venus, and I'm trying to be by myself. Visual dreamers, and no one dreams enough to get me home. Myself, and they keep saying you could be into you, but you don't know what you're like. Yeah, you would be into you, but you don't know what you're like.
Sleeping with Nikki was a mistake, but hardly the crime of the century. I apologize to Alex. I understand she's hurt, but I can't believe she won't give me a second chance.
Yeah, well, women never forget, and they never forgive, not if it involves another woman.
After the grief she put me through, you think she'd cut me a little slack.
She'll come around.
I actually hope she doesn't. Right now, after it all, I feel like I've woken up from a bad dream.
So you're back with Nikki now?
Come on, Gil, she's just a good friend.
Who you get to sleep with on occasion. Hey, they're the best kind.
To tell you the truth, work is pretty consuming right now. I don't have the time or the energy for a relationship.
Fairchild, who are you kidding? You're an incurable romantic. Give it a week, a month, you'll be head over heels again.
I sincerely hope not.
What are you up to tomorrow night?
Why?
I got a little surprise in store, guaranteed to take your mind off of your pathetic personal life.
Hey, I'm up for anything, as long as it's illegal.
And I can't promise you that, but it will be fun.
See you later. I'm teaching a seminar at NYU.
A customs receipt for a diamond necklace Alan bought me duty-free in Anguilla.
Anguilla? My God, the money my husband spent on you. You must have spent all your time together shopping.
I wish we had.
Spare me the sordid sexual details, will you?
Don't worry, Mother. Nikki and I will go over those later. Right now, we have to concentrate on the sordid financial ones. So when was this Caribbean rendezvous?
Columbus Day weekend.
Well, it could have been worse. It could have been Christmas. Of course, Christmas, he was with the family. Wasn't he?
Unfortunately.
Bastille Day in Paris?
The fireworks were spectacular. So was the food.
Euro Disney?
His idea. I went through all of my papers and date books and put together a chronicle of our affair. The date and the time of every meeting. Every restaurant, every concert, every plane trip, every hotel.
You You really are very cunning.
I'm resourceful, like you.
Lucky for us she is, Mother. My God, it's all here. You've got him. He won't contest the divorce. He can't. He'll have to give you everything you want.
I don't know if I can go through with this. The public humiliation, the media exposure, the lawyers, the screaming matches.
Mother, I've got 3 words for you. $50 million.
Nikki, please go on.
The briefs you're receiving detail a civil suit that was brought before the state Supreme Court last July. Familiarize yourself with the proceedings. Next week, we'll conduct a mock trial and really get to work on actual courtroom technique, direct cross-examination, et cetera, et cetera. Yes.
So will there be television cameras present?
No court TV. But not a bad idea, Ms.
Gaynor. Robin Gaynor.
So, that's it for today. Nice to meet you all, and I'll see everyone this Thursday.
I really like what you said before about actually reforming the legal system, making it less an adversarial contest in which the object is to win at all costs and more an objective search for the truth.
Gee, wish I'd said it that succinctly.
You got your point across. And not many instructors even venture into the concept of absolute truth. Like it's some philosophical argument that has no place in the courtroom.
Truth is very important to me.
It's the only reason I want to become a lawyer. Tell me I'm not an idealistic fool.
Idealists are some of the best people I know. I've still got an hour before I've got to be in court. Let me buy you a cup of coffee. I've got some war stories that might disillusion you even further.
You think that's possible?
Oh, yeah. You're still young.
Being from the Midwest, I never thought I'd like New York. But I do. People are direct. They tell you what's on their minds, whether you want to hear it or not.
I think you picked up a bit of that quality yourself.
No, actually, I've always had it. People mistake it for rudeness sometimes, but it's not.
And where did this passion for law come from?
I don't know. I was raised by a single mom who worked very hard for her kids. She wanted me to be a doctor, preferably a cardiologist. She has these crazy notions about the primacy of the human heart. But I just about pass out at the sight of blood.
That's a drawback.
But I've got an analytical mind and this thing for fairness. So don't ask me why, but I applied to law school.
You picked a good one.
I guess. I think it's really cool that you teach there. I don't know if you realize this, but there was a very rigorous selection process to get into your class.
Really? Well, I had no idea.
Shouldn't have told you. Now you're gonna think we're all treating you special, which we're not. But only because we're pretending not to.
Is this all a function of that keen, analytical mind of yours?
No, this is just me making a complete fool of myself. Listen, I've taken up enough of your time. Thanks for the talk.
My pleasure. And don't worry, I won't treat you special in class. Now, dinner, that's a different story.
If that's an invitation, I'd love to.
I've got your number in my class roster. Can I give you a call?
Anytime.
Great. I enjoyed this.
Thanks. So did I. Bye.
Bye.
Mr. Rush, your table's waiting.
You eat here often?
Nah, just every day.
It's my first time.
Really? Well, it's my pleasure then.
But it won't keep me from running my story about you and Nikki Sheridan, not to mention Peter.
I'm not trying to bribe you.
Aren't you?
For the lady? Sir.
Run your little expose if you want. It'll be a hot topic for a few days, maybe a week, but the Times won't touch it. It won't go national. Just a very little tempest in a very local teapot.
I think you underestimate your newsworthiness.
On the contrary, I got a story for you that'll knock your socks off and jumpstart your career.
What is it?
I can't tell you about it. I have to show it to you.
I want to make something perfectly clear, Mr. Rush. I'm a journalist.
Meaning?
Meaning I'm not for sale.
It never crossed my mind for a single second that you were.
If it's a legitimate story, I'll write it. But if it's a PR piece, Have one of your in-house spin doctors whip up something to your exact specifications. But don't expect to use me as your flack.
I knew I wasn't wrong about you. You have integrity, which is why I'm going to be your exclusive source from now on.
What do you mean?
There is nobody who knows more about how this city works than I do. There is nobody better connected than I am. Think about what a source like me might mean to a young, bright, ambitious reporter like you.
When do I get a crack at this career-making story?
Soon. I'll call you. Shall we order? You're having the Gravlax.
I thought it was a feeble idea from the moment Carrie first proposed it.
It's causing a major rift between me and Mark, which I suspect is what she wanted all along.
Well, they may be so bold.
Please, I want your input.
It's just going to make things worse if you run it. I mean, if it's good, Carrie's going to hog all the credit. And if it's not, you're going to be crucified and Mark will be a laughingstock. I mean, it's a lose-lose situation.
It's too late to do anything about it. Mark's coming in this afternoon for notes.
Just cancel the assignment. You know, pay Mark a kill fee for his time in trouble. Let him use that money to take you away for a romantic little weekend. And then later on down the line, when you're more secure at communique, you know, Mark's got some credits elsewhere, you can assign him something without having to do any second guessing.
You're right. I'll have accounting cut him a check.
Hi. Is Carrie in?
No, she's out for the rest of the afternoon.
Oh. Tell her to stop by, will you?
I'll be sure to give her the message.
Thanks.
Where'd he go?
Towards Stephanie's office.
This should be interesting.
Hi, sweetheart. Fine. Let me know when he gets them. Thanks. I've spent the entire morning thinking about this situation, and...
So have I, and I've decided you're right. I'm being a prima donna. The professional thing for me to do is keep my mouth shut and rewrite the damn piece, which I'm gonna do.
Mark, I've decided that's not necessary.
You really think it's okay the way it is?
I don't think I should publish the article. It was a bad idea from the start, and I think I've found a graceful way out for both of us.
What's this for?
It's customary to pay the writer something, even if the piece doesn't run. It's called a kill fee.
A kill fee. Perfect.
We could use the money for something extravagant, like a weekend away.
Keep your damn kill fee.
Mark! Mark! Oh, damn it.
I saw Mark leave. He looked pretty stormy.
We had a little disagreement about his article, the one you were supposed to be editing.
I did my best.
I'm sure you did your best to make this whole thing blow up in my face.
Stephanie, it was your decision. If you don't like your husband's writing, you shouldn't have hired him in the first place. You're the boss. The buck stops here, right?
This is Carrie. Who are you?
Carrie, it's me. I'm downstairs on the street. I can see your window from here. There's a light on. You home? Carrie, I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about how we are together. How your body moves with mine. What you do to me. I know you're home. Just let me come up. Let me make love to you. I'll show you it's not over.
Mark, the sex was great. We had a lot of fun, but it's time to move on. Hope we can be friends.
Friends?
Yes, friends.
After you came sniffing after me like some bitch in heat? Do you have any idea how many chances I have had to cheat on my wife and I resisted? But you wouldn't leave me alone, and I gave in. So now that you've got me, there is no way in hell this thing is over until I say so.
Go home, darling. Your dinner's getting cold.
What is it with you, huh? Now that you've had it, you don't want it anymore?
Don't take it personally. I just have a low threshold of boredom.
Meaning?
I've done it, and I want to do something and someone else.
You're amazing. You really are a piece of work.
Oh, look, it was one thing when you were just cheating on your wife, but now that your marriage is completely on the rocks, don't turn this into something it never was.
Carrie, I'm going home now. You're right. This whole thing was a huge mistake. In fact, I'm sorry I ever got involved with you.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna forget that this whole thing ever happened. And if you even think about telling my wife about us, well, she already thinks you're a compulsive liar, so I wouldn't even waste my breath.
Mark, there's a bar across the street. Have yourself a drink, go home to your wife, and banish those paranoid thoughts from your head. I'm not gonna say a word.
Fine. Good night.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail system of Communique. If you know your party's extension, please dial it now.
Stephanie Wells is not available. Please leave a message at the tone.
Carrie, I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about how we are together. How your body moves with mine. What you do to me. Let me make love to you.
Morning.
Somebody's in a better mood this morning.
I want to apologize
For what?
for everything, starting with the way I've been acting.
I know this has been a hard time for you.
And I have been behaving in ways I'm ashamed of. I want you to forgive me.
Hey, we've both made some mistakes since we've been here.
The point is, I want to make a fresh start. I love you. You're all that matters. You know that, don't you?
I had a suspicion.
You're gonna be late for work.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be happy.
Good morning, Rachel.
Morning. Something very odd is going on around here.
Really? What makes you say that?
Well, for starters, you're here before noon. Then tell me you're actually going to attend a staff meeting.
Oh, I may drop in after I check my messages.
Well, you could do that from home.
Yes, I could, but I want to get a good seat for the show. I'll see you in the conference room.
Message sent yesterday at 9:46 p.m.
Carrie, I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about how we are
That little
together.
message is on everybody's voicemail this morning.
How your body moves with mine. What you do to me. Let me make love to you.
Come on, people. I still see some major holes in the next two issues. We are not going to leave this room until we fill them. Simon,
Yes.
has a second draft come back on that Mambo piece?
Oh, yeah, The Return of the Latin Dance Craze.
Yeah, that's the title. Can you tell me something more?
It's pretty good, but the pictures suck.
Carolyn, has that piece come back on the Chinatown gangs? Sorry, Stephanie. What? Chinatown? Your Chinatown? God, what is going on around here? It's coming. Who else has something?
How about phone sex? I hear that's a popular topic these days.
It's old news already.
Is it?
Obviously, we're not getting anywhere. Look, if anybody has any bright ideas, I'll be awaiting them in my office. Rachel. Rachel. That was like pulling teeth in there. What is wrong with everyone? They were as distracted as high school kids on the last day of senior year.
Well, I guess some days are just like that.
Something's going on.
No, not that I know of.
Rachel, I know you know. You've got to tell me.
God.
Rachel, what is it?
You obviously haven't listened to your voicemail yet this morning.
No, I didn't have time.
Well, then I suggest that you make time. There's something on there that I think you should hear.
Message sent yesterday at 9:45 p.m.
Carrie, I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about how we are together. How your body moves with mine. What you do to me. I know you're home. Just let me come up.
Stephanie, I'm really sorry.
Let me make love to you.
Stephanie, I thought you said you'd be at your desk.
If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. There is no smoking in the office.
I refuse to speak to you until you're properly tranquilized. I've got some Valium in the cabinet.
Sit down and shut up! What turns you on more? Sleeping with my husband or letting everyone know about it?
Oh, the little message.
You've been after Mark since the day we moved here.
Don't hold me responsible for your husband's infidelity. He's a grown man with a very grown-up appetite, and apparently very little regard for his own marriage.
And what would you know about marriage? You're nothing but a spoiled tramp who'll scratch any itch that comes along.
I detect some misplaced aggression. Shouldn't you be hurling your cheap rage at the man who cheated on you?
No, I reserve my cheap rage for cheap whores like you. Show's over, everyone. Get back to work.
Sleeping with a husband was cliche, but to record his sweet nothings and then broadcast them over the voicemail, now that is a stroke of genius.
You expected anything less?
Steph, what are you doing here?
I need to talk to you.
In here.
How could you do this to me? Didn't the vows we took together mean anything to you?
Hold on here. What are you talking about?
Don't deny sleeping with Carrie Fairchild. The whole office knows about it.
You know, Steph, I'm getting sick and tired of constantly having to defend myself against that girl's lies.
Oh, are you really?
All right, let's nip this in the bud. What is she telling you this time?
It's not what she said, you bastard. It's what you said.
What are you talking about?
Everyone arrived at work this morning to find a message on their voicemail. Your passionate message, begging Carrie not to break it off with you.
I don't believe it.
Let me refresh your memory. I can't stop thinking about you. How we are together. That sound familiar?
Steph, it was a terrible mistake. But I broke it off last night. I swear. It's over. And I'm incredibly sorry.
You're damn right it's over. I can't even look at you.
Steph, please, we'll get through this.
Don't bother coming home tonight.
Oh, come on, Gil. A strip joint?
It's not a strip joint. It's a gentleman's club.
Ah.
I hear there's a VIP room.
I hear?
There's a VIP room where things get really wild, and you, my friend, can go one-on-one with your dancers.
Didn't you get this out of your system in college?
Hey, this is for you. Just so you can have a little fun till the next perfect 10 walks into your
Well,
life.
to tell you the truth, I think she already has.
Figures. Science can somehow harness your powers of babe magnetism.
It's amazing. The girls that get to dance here are some of the most beautiful women in the city, swear to God. Is Rachel aware of this little outing?
Rachel's European. She understands this sort of thing.
How about a table dance, boys?
Come on, I'll buy you one.
You go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Oh, what's gonna be, boys? Meter's running.
Amaze me.
Oh, my God. Robin. Listen, I'm just not into this tonight.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just want to get out of here.
Hello.
Hey, it's me.
Go to hell.
May I come in? I persuaded the doorman not to ring up. Frankly, I was afraid you'd turn me away.
What are you doing here?
No, darling, the question is, what are you doing here? Why aren't you at the office? We need you.
Rachel, I can't. I'm just not up to it.
Of course you aren't. But you will be. Now, go take a shower, burn that dreadful terry cloth robe, and I'll go make us some tea. Hmm? I didn't know what to do. I mean, I couldn't just come right out and say it. But I did drop some rather broad hints at dinner that night.
I should have picked up on them, but I just couldn't believe that Mark would betray me.
Of course not.
Especially with Carrie.
That is inconceivable. Has he moved out?
For now, I don't even know where he's staying.
What are you gonna do, hmm?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just don't think I can ever trust him again.
You just need time to heal. Take a few days off, get your head together.
There's too much to do with the magazine.
Stephanie, the next issue is in great shape. A week off would do you a world of good.
I know, but I can't.
You can. In fact, you must. I've made all the arrangements. There's a little retreat up the Hudson in Rhinebeck. No phones, no faxes, no TV. Just peace and quiet, massage, meditation, and lots of lovely rest.
That sounds perfect. Rachel, I don't know what I'd do without you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Good evening, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Peter Fairchild, right? I seen you in here last night.
Guess my disguise didn't fool you.
Relax, we're very discreet here. We get all kind of celebrities, sports stars, you name it. Nobody's gonna hassle you. Nobody's gonna hustle you. House policy. There's a private entrance in the back. I'll show it to you for next time. Just let your hair down, have some fun.
I appreciate it.
Let me buy you a dance. Anybody in particular catch your eye?
Actually, I was looking for Robin Gaynor.
Oh, Tiffany. All the girls use stage names. Anyway, I think she's about to do a number.
Ah, well, she just retired for the evening.
I'll give her the big news.
Who told you I was here?
Nobody. I came with a friend last night, and I thought that...
And what? Thought you'd come back and humiliate me? I'm not for sale.
This was for the manager to let you off. I want to take you to dinner.
In case you hadn't noticed, I'm working.
Between your nights here and your volunteer work at the women's shelter, how are you ever going to pass my class?
Wait for me outside, I have to change. So, to answer your question, I'm working my way through law school.
What question?
What's a nice girl like you doing working in a place like that?
Well, you have to admit it did come as something of a shock to see you there.
It was something of a shock for me to see you there.
Touché.
Look, I don't necessarily like it, but where else can I make $1,000 a week? Cash.
It's a lot of money.
As I'm sure you know from experience, there's no touching involved. And I like to dance. So please, no rescue fantasies.
Didn't even cross my mind. So when did you start?
About a year ago. Answered an ad in the paper. I was desperate for money, so...
So what's it like dancing for men?
It's like acting, sort of. I'm playing a role. I'm not me, I'm this other person, this fantasy figure. It's all about fantasy. Because in reality, I don't consider myself that kind of a woman. Just sexy, I mean.
I beg to differ with that assessment.
Thank you. But now that you've seen me there, I wonder if you'll be able to divorce that image of me you have in your head with the reality of who I am.
Obviously, I don't know the first thing about you.
Obviously. So, are you gonna eat?
Yeah, you?
I'm ravenous.
Ooh, a ravenous dancer. What does that mean? Salad and a Perrier?
No. Actually, I had my eye on the pastrami on rye. So tell me, what's a nice guy like you doing working in a dump like the DA's office?
What are you doing here?
It's my apartment, too.
Oh, no, it's not. Not anymore.
Give me a break, will you, Steph? I just came by to pick up some things.
Don't let me get in your way.
Where are you going?
Away for a few days.
Where exactly?
None of your business.
What if I need to get in touch with you?
You won't.
Steph, come on, can we just talk?
No, we can't. Look at you. You've been drinking.
I am sorry about what I did. I really am. I want to make it up to you.
You can't.
I have been up all night dissecting this. At least let me try to explain what happened.
I don't want an explanation. Because then you might think it's possible for me to understand, which I won't. Or forgive you, which I can't.
I am narcissistic and self-destructive. The only person I was trying to hurt was myself.
Don't you dare try to come in here and act like the wounded party. Since the very beginning, I provided the emotional and financial bedrock to this marriage. But those days are over, understand? I will not break my back to support a man who has so little respect for me that he'd even consider, even for a moment.
I know, I'm sorry.
Stop saying that! Your words don't mean anything to me anymore. I've lost my faith in you. And my faith in you is what's kept us together. Why did you have to go and destroy it?
Now you're stalking me?
You're a witch.
Really? A good witch or a bad witch?
What did I ever do to you that you had to hurt my wife so badly?
I told you it was over, but you weren't getting the message. I assume now you have?
You've ruined my marriage.
No, little boy, you've ruined your marriage. You're the one who had the affair. I'm single. I'm not cheating on anyone. Why don't you grow up and take some responsibility for your life?
Sounds like a good idea, and while you're at it, why don't you do it somewhere else?
Stay out of this, pal. Now I know what really gets you off, ruining people's lives.
Go with me.
Well, I want to figure out a way to ruin yours, sweetheart. You're out of here.
Oh.
games are over, Carrie. I'm gonna make you sorry for this if it's the last thing I do.
Alan,
Yeah, Stephanie, what is it?
I just wanted to tell you I'm taking a week off.
When?
Now, I'm leaving this afternoon.
Don't you have an issue coming out?
It's done. There's nothing to worry about. I'll be keeping tabs on everything while I'm away. Rachel's covering for me.
You trust her?
Absolutely.
Really? Well, it's your call. Have a nice time. And, Stephanie,
Yes, Alan?
I trust I won't be reading about your marital spats in the tabloids.
Believe me, that's the last thing.
Like the view?
Incredible.
There's your story. Royal Island. It was used for yellow fever quarantine during the 19th century. Right now, it's nothing but a few abandoned buildings, several thousand seagulls. But this time next year, it'll be the site of Manhattan's first and only casino.
Really? That's a story. Who owns it?
I do.
You're building a casino on an island off Manhattan?
A Monte Carlo-style luxury casino. No hoi polloi, no riffraff. Strictly high rollers.
A casino in New York City. Won't there be a lot of opposition?
Oh, yeah, but we can wear them down, the press. It's just a matter of educating the public.
You intend to use me to advance a business deal.
Hey, I am giving you the exclusive on the project that's going to single-handedly revive the New York economy, provide thousands of jobs, become a worldwide tourist attraction. Now, if that's not a big enough story for you, I know about 3 dozen reporters in this town who would jump at it.
My piece is going to be an objective, critical analysis of the pros and cons.
Sure, kid, sure. I wouldn't have it any other way. Now, look.
A casino in New York City. It's quite a story.
It's legit.
Who's your source?
Off the record, Alan Rush. This is going to be a huge deal. Front page news for months, maybe years. We can be ahead of the curve and scoop the opposition the whole way.
If anybody ever finds out Alan Rush is feeding us his pipe dreams, we can kiss our credibility goodbye.
No one will ever find out. I promise.
Just promise you won't become Rush's mouthpiece on this.
I won't cut him any slack whatsoever. I'll be as tough on Alan Rush as I would be on anyone else. You have my word.
I think that you're going to adore the Rainbow Retreat. It overlooks the Hudson. No, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's quiet, peaceful, nothing fancy, just complete and utter blissful seclusion.
Can't wait. I am so ready. The first thing I'm going to do is get a 2-hour massage.
Oh, I wish I was going with you. Come on, drink up. Let's get you to the train on time.
You know, you're the only friend I have in New York City.
Surely that can't be true.
But it is. My one and only ally. Promise me you'll call if anything comes up.
Yes, yes, of course. But the point is to put communique completely out of your mind. Just not think about it for a few days, okay?
I'll do my best. You will make sure that that special Tribeca section works.
Not to worry. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Come on, let's get going, otherwise you're going to miss your train.
All right.
Sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's had a chance to familiarize themselves with the case because I'd like to begin by starting assembling teams for the prosecution and defense. Looks like we're missing Robin Gaynor.
She said to tell you she had to drop the course.
I see. Shall we begin?
I called this little emergency meeting because I wanted to squelch the various rumors that are floating about. Now, what I'm about to tell you is to, under no circumstances, leave this room. Is that understood?
Okay, got it.
I'm sorry to announce that Stephanie has suffered a little, well, I guess you'd have to call it a nervous breakdown. She's currently undergoing treatment in a clinic upstate. She'll be away for an indeterminate amount of time. Until she does return, we'll carry on as she'd want us to and endeavour to do our best to put out a magazine that she'd be really proud of. Now, I'll be speaking to Stephanie over the next few days, so I'll be sure to convey to her all of your best wishes and prayers for a speedy recovery. Now, to business. I hope no one's got any plans for this evening, because next week's issue needs a great deal of work, and we're just gonna have to roll up the sleeves and get on with it. Now, the first thing is, we trashed this Tribeca section in its entirety.
Wait a minute. That's our cover, for God's sake. I've been lining up local advertisers for 3 months.
Well, then it seems like you just wasted 3 months of your life.
Stephanie's not gonna like this.
Stephanie is mentally ill. That's the only explanation for a cover like that. Now, I have a very special spring fashion issue planned. But we're gonna have to move fast if we're gonna realize my vision.
Rachel, honey, this isn't British Vogue.
Yeah.
Well, it is if I say so. Let's get one thing straight, people. I'm in charge now. Life as you know it has just changed dramatically. So, if there are no more questions, let's get on with it. We've got a hell of a lot of work to do.